Good evening, students. I am Dr. Satyanarayanan. In this session, I am going to discuss about the process costing in cost accounting. What do you understand by the term process costing? So actually, in any manufacturing concern, if you are manufacturing any product, uh, so you have to manufacture. That is, you have to follow different processes. You have to implement different stages of production. Then only finally you will be um, reaching the final product stage. So here, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. So stage 1, process 1, stage 2, process 2, stage 3, process 3, stage 4, process 4, stage 5, process 5. So stage by stage by stage, you have to produce all the produce the goods. The finally you'll be producing the final good. So that is the final stage of production. Process costing means, so each stage you have to incur certain cost for producing the goods, for converting the raw materials into the finished goods. So for each stage, how much expenses that you are incurring for manufacturing the products. So that is all about the concept of process costing. Process means production will be taking place stage by stage by stage by stage. So stage by stage by stage by stage, how much cost that you are incurring for the product in manufacturing the same. So that is all about the concept of the process costing. So first, theoretical information that we have to discuss. Now, process costing is a method of costing used in industries where the materials has to pass through two or more processes for being converted into the final product to ascertain the cost of the product at each process bar stage. So you have to ascertain the cost of the product at each stage, process 1, process 2, process 3, each process you have to ascertain the cost of production. So that is all about the concept of process costing. So what are the features of process costing? The next one. The first one, production in continuous flow. So as far as process A, so process A to process B to process C, process C to process B, process B to process C, process E to final finished product. So production will be in continuous flow. And then cost complied for each process from time to time. So that is for stage A, just give the diagrammatic presentation now. See here. Now, this is the raw materials. Raw materials, then process 1. That is stage 1. Then process 2. This is stage 2. Then process 3. That is stage 3. So there may be 3 or 4 stages also. There may be even 10 stages also. Depends upon the nature of product, nature of production. Finally, finished goods, output. So raw material to process 1. So this is the raw material is the input stage. This is the first output. From here to here, second output. From here to here, third output, and then finished goods. So this is all about the concept of process costing. So in each stage you will be incurring certain cost. So that you have to find how much cost per unit that you have incurred at each stage. So for finding that only we are going to prepare the process costing. I can give another example also. We can take coffee production as an example. Under that first stage, we are going to planting activity, first stage. After that, harvesting. Third one, milling. Fourth process, roasting. Last stage, grinding. So, first stage, planting. Second stage, harvesting. Third stage, milling. Fourth stage, roasting. And fifth stage, so here process 1, process 2, process 3, process 4, and finally finished goods, the last process. So in planting, at the stage of planting, how much cost that you have incurred? At the at the stage of harvesting, how much cost that you have incurred? At the stage of milling, how much cost that you have incurred? Roasting, grinding. So stage by stage by stage by stage that you have to find how much cost that you have incurred at each stage. So this is all about the concept of process costing. Fine. So cost complied for each processes from time to time. And then total cost of each process divided by production to get cost per unit. So here, how you will be calculating the cost per unit? Cost per unit is equal to cost of each process divided by production, or number of units produced. Cost of each process divided by number of units produced. So you will be arriving at the cost per unit. Transfer of cost from one process to another process. Suppose process in at process 1, whatever is the output in the process 1 will be the input for the process 2. Whatever is the output for the process 2 will be the input for the process 3. Whatever the output is for the process 3 will be the input for the process 1. That is what is called as transfer of cost from one process to another process. Controlling is easy. Here we are not going to mess up all the processes under one particular account. We are not going to do like that. So here controlling is very easy and simple. So for each stage of production, we are going to prepare the process account. First stage of production, process 1 account. Second stage of production, process 2 account. Third stage of production, process 3 account, and so on. So in such a situation, so it becomes very easy and very simple to control. And then it is simple and less expensive to find out the process cost. So it is very simple, because you are going to you are going to prepare the process costing at different stages, right? So in such a situation, it is very simple to, for process one account, what is the cost per unit? For process two account, what is the cost per unit? For process three account, what is the cost per unit? For process four account, what is the cost per unit? So it is very easy to find, and then you can save much time, you can save the expenditure. So it is very easy and simple to calculate. So you cannot make any error in this. So it cannot be biased. So you can easily make it out. Fine. So these are all the 6 points comes under the features of process costing. Production in continuous flow, that is the first point. Second point, cost complied for each process from time to time. Third point, total cost of each process divided by the production to get cost per unit. Fourth point, transfer of cost from one process to another process. Point number 5, controlling is easy. Point number 6, it is simple and less expensive to find out the process cost. So kindly take a screenshot of this particular slide. After then, we shall move on to the upcoming slide. Fine, let us move on to the upcoming slide. So here, elements of production. So here, production cost. So there are totally 4 elements of production cost. First one is the materials. Second one is the labor. Third one is the production overhead. Fourth one is the direct expenses. Materials, labor, production overhead, direct expenses. These are all constitutes the production cost. Production cost means material, labor, production overhead, and direct expenses. Please take this into the consideration. Please take a screenshot of this also. Just a moment. For your understanding only. Now, this is the proper and standard format of process account. So here, particulars, debit side. So this side is the debit side. Left hand side is the debit side. And right hand side is the credit side. Okay. So here, particulars, quantity, cost per unit, amount. Particulars, quantity, cost per unit, amount. So please open the columns properly, format properly. So here, debit side, opening stock will be appearing. So when you take final account, opening stock will be appearing on the debit side, closing stock will be appearing on the credit side. Same here also. Opening stock will be always there in the debit side. Closing stock will be always there in the credit side. So here, to opening stock, and then to material, to labor, to overheads, other expenses. So here, and then coming to the credit side, by normal loss, by abnormal loss, and then normal loss, abnormal loss, meaning I will be telling. Normal loss means the losses which is occurring in the normal and or routine course of business is what is called as normal loss. Normal loss means losses which is occurring in the normal course of business is what is called as normal loss. if the machinery gets breakdown, so if the worker mishandles the machine, so if the machine is not in proper working condition, so you have to repair it, right? These are all comes under the normal loss. Abnormal loss means which is something, as the name itself suggests, that which is beyond the routine course of business. So which is beyond the normal course of business. So unexpected loss, such as if any earthquake comes, means that is one of the example for a abnormal loss. So if any theft, or if any unexpectedly, if anything happens, if any fire accident takes place, so like that, these are all the examples for abnormal loss. So on routine basis, these are all the loss may not occur in any organization. So that is unexpectedly only contingent loss. Unexpectedly only these losses may occur. That is what it is called as abnormal losses. That is theft, and then earthquake, and then fire accident. Uh, like that you can take into the consideration. Normal accident, you can take anything into the consideration. These are all comes under the abnormal loss. So normal loss can be controlled. Abnormal loss cannot be controlled because it cannot be expected only. That is what is the main reason behind that. And then that is how these items are coming in the debit side. How these items are coming in the credit side, I will tell you now. Opening stock. See, property includes debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Opening stock means like that you have to take into the consideration. Okay. Material also, debit what comes in, you can take into the consideration. To labor. Labor means it comes under the nominal account. Debit all the expenses and losses, credit all the incomes and gains. So labor means you are giving wages for the labor. Okay, so debit all the expenses and losses. Overhead is an expenses. Debit all the expenses and losses. To other expenses. Debit all the expenses and losses. And then coming to the credit side, right hand side, by normal loss account. So why normal loss is always the loss only? It should have to appear only in the debit side of the process account. Why is it appearing in the credit side of the process account? Why the two losses appearing in the credit side of the process account? Reason behind this here is, so here, why normal loss is appearing on the credit side of the process account? Reason here is, so if the normal loss occurs means your entry will be, please make a note. Your entry will be normal loss account data to process account. So in such a situation, normal loss, debit all the expenses and losses. Normal loss is the loss. So normal loss appearing in the credit side of the process account. So for abnormal loss also the same entry. Abnormal loss account data to process account. Okay. That is why abnormal loss appear in the credit side of the process account. And then buy bank, sold immediately. When you sell any material immediately, you will be receiving the cash or check. In such a situation, uh, bank account data to process account. So buy bank account. And then closing stock will be appearing on closing stock means how much the stock is left finally. So that will be considering as the credit item. After then, um, by process account, by process to account. So if there is only one process account means in credit side, you will be arriving as by finished stock account. If there are two processes or two or more processes account means, suppose if there are three process account means, in the credit side of the process one account, by process two account will be appearing. And then in credit side of the process two account, uh, by process three account will be appearing. So if there are only three processes means in the credit side of the process three account, by finished stock will be appearing. So like that. Okay. Now, and then, so here, suppose if there are two process accounts, supposing you see, um, process one account, process to account. Okay, here input, the output will be, though there are two process accounts, right? By process to account. Suppose in process to account, output of the process one account will be the input of the process to account. To process one account. So in process two account, as I told, in output of the process one account will be the input for the process two account. So in such a situation, to process one account like that, you have to put it in the debit side of the process two account. So which means that, so it has been transferred from the process one account. Like that is what is the meaning. Or within bracket you can write transferred from process one account. And then in credit side, process two account is the last stage means. So you have to write it as by finished stock account. Understood? That is what is the meaning of this. Okay. Now, and then abnormal gain. How abnormal gain appears? How abnormal gain appears in the debit side of the process account? Reason here is, so here, credit all the incomes and gains. As the name itself suggests that abnormal gain is an income, sort of income. Credit all the incomes and gains. In such a situation, the entry will be process account data to abnormal gain account. If there is abnormal loss means this will be the entry. Abnormal loss account data to process account. This will be the entry. If there is abnormal gain means then this will be the entry. Process account data to abnormal gain account. Reverse entry. Okay, that is what abnormal gain appearing in the debit side of the processor. Okay, now and then to bank profit on sale. So if there is any profit on sale means you have to actually credit all the incomes and gains. Nominal account rule sales credit all the incomes and gains. Please make a note. If there is any profit on sale means the entry will be okay. Bank account data, entry will be process account data to bank account. Profit on sale. Okay. If there is any loss on sale means, if there is any loss on sale means, bank account data to process account. So, a loss on, please take this into the consideration. Okay, that is why. So, this is the proper format of the process account. Please take this into the consideration. Okay. Thank you, viewers. Kindly view the channel and subscribe my channel. I'll be doing more videos. In the next session, we are going to see about the 5 marks problems and 10 marks problems. Few 5 marks problems will be seen. After that, 10 marks problem will be seen. Before that, please take a screenshot of all whatever we have discussed in this session. Just a moment.